Technically live.
We gotta face it in a way that we can see it. I guess you can get rid of it. Put it set up around it.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Smell that chicken though, huh?
It's nice, right? It's right around the time that I should be eating. You animal.
Love rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, that's your deal.
Go for both enough.
Did they change the way this works?
Probably not. You just forgot about it because you haven't done it in a fucking month and a half.
I just woke up. Give me a second.
Don't be telling me they fucking changed something. Blaming the technology, always. Always first. Drop chicken.
Wow, there are 9 people in there. And I didn't even... Hello. Shit, what an idiot. I didn't even copy and paste the link over. I'm like, how the fuck are there 9 people in here?
Are we public?
It's because I'm like so skinny now, that's why. It's hard for them to reconcile with it.
Is that what's going on?
I think so. Uncle Dirty, what's up?
I think so.
Liz, oh, Liza. Hello, hello, hello. 11 of us. All right, I will put this. Did you eat all the chicken you want?
No, I just took a couple pieces.
You want more chicken?
Yeah, you gotta give me the back quarters.
Okay. You gonna prod me like that
Yeah,
the whole time?
whole time. Might get closer.
You don't want to wait till tomorrow?
I just.
You can't have an early time we touch and taste time.
I'm gonna set up.
So yo, well,
Tell people what we got going on.
we're back from Miami.
We're here.
Can't you see how luscious I look? Almost stabbing myself with this knife.
Don't
We're gonna set up all the equipment. Evan's gonna set up most of the equipment. What I'm gonna do is gonna be shackles.
Doing all of the equipment setting up. Most.
Evan's doing what he's paid for, highly.
Who's getting paid here?
Oh, you're from Brazil. I feel like you're not because you spelt it like an American. Don't people from Brazil use an S? I think they use an S, the real ones. Show us your papers. This is America now.
Got full fucking Gestapo.
I've got full Donald Trump. We need to see your documents.
Oh my god, not Donald.
Don't do the full Donald. That'll get you canceled here.
Don't go.
You can't do
Donald.
it.
You don't want to go Donald.
You could do a half Donald.
Don't do a half Donald.
A half Donald. The Democrats are half Donald.
Democrat, all right. You know what? We are not a political channel, sir.
We are not. That's why we talk about it.
No, that's why we're.
Finally, politics being done by people that don't know politics.
No politics.
How is everyone? Uncle Dirty, how you been, buddy? How's life? How's liberty? How's the pursuit of happiness? The chicken hasn't gone anywhere, dude. Gotta feed this man or he gets upset.
He's getting cranky, just so you know. We haven't had dinner.
I haven't eaten either. You don't see me having a kerfuffle about it.
I haven't had a kerfuffle. I feel it.
I wouldn't say you're having what you were doing is a full-blown kerfuffle, but it has elements of a kerfuffle.
It's kerfuffle adjacent.
You think I don't know you and your kerfuffles?
I got no kerfuffs to give.
Life is good. The journey is bumpy. Yeah, man. You smoking anything good? We could smoke a little bit. We could smoke on here. That's the nice.
Hey, say the word.
The weed's in the car, but we can fix that.
Yeah, there's a few other things. I'd like to get to that chicken first.
Yes, Evan, we know about the chicken.
Well, then, it's really...
Super Boof. That's Evan's nickname from high school.
You want to super boof the chicken?
That's the... No, that's the type of flour he's got cooking.
Super boof.
We love a good Super Boof. I need to shred the rest of this. Can you make do with that?
Yeah, you in the back quarters, right?
Yeah.
Like the
I'd
thighs
say.
Thighs and the drums, that's all I know. That's all I'm looking for here. You can have the entire breast and back.
Joe, how are you? Super Boof Queen. Nice. That's mine. Ahoy. How are we? Wow, look at us. We're all back together like a family. My sister's not around, so we can be ourselves today. I feel like she's like Cinderella's evil stepmother. That's how.
She would probably...
Was that Cinderella?
The stepsister would be a little bit more... Like, why would she be the stepmother? She's your sister.
Because she has such an ominous mother vibe.
I don't know. I can't see her as the mother. She's not one. Literally not one.
Blocks, what's up? So she's got to be the evil stepsister. What's the one in Sleeping Beauty's the witch?
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty's the witch.
So I'm thinking of Cinderella.
Sleeping Beauty's the witch and the dwarves.
So I'm the dwarf in this scenario? We're the dwarves.
Yeah, we're definitely fucking dwarves.
We're definitely the dwarves in this scenario.
Fucking dwarves.
You know what? You know who I think kind of gets a bad reputation? And that's Gaston. And let me explain it to you, okay?
First Donald and then the fucking rapist hour? Get out of
Well,
here.
yeah, you just try to give people food and protect people from the evil beast that lives in their neighborhood, you know?
He's fucking breaking...
And then Ursula just tried to complete a solid business transaction where everybody knew the rules and outcomes of said contract.
Wow.
And you know what? Ursula's just getting shit for being a good businesswoman.
Spoken like a fucking, like a real robber.
James Gandolfini comes and gets his money and what he's owed, and everyone loves The Sopranos. But Ursula can't do it because she's a fucking witch.
She is a
Just,
witch.
I'm tired of the discrimination. The double standards for women, it's not fair.
You're off the deep end. There's no help for you.
Wow, Elijah, happy birthday. Who's going to be the weird uncle?
We do that.
We don't need to talk about that on camera. We can't.
Are you eating up that chicken for me? You fucking ranting and raving about Ursula.
I'm planning something for Monday. What I don't know what yet. Oh, what are the I've got Monday wide open, buddy. Most days I got wide open. We're being honest. We're being honest about it.
You ought to call a spade a spade. Pretty much 98% open.
You don't want the popcorn to go with the chicken? Isn't that what popcorn chicken is?
I think that's what normally it is, but...
I'll get you some Redenbachers.
The Wargo Redenbacher. Give me the RB.
Invented flight and the plane and popcorn in the same lifetime?
Same life, same year.
Wow, that's a busy year.
Yeah.
That's like 1967 for the Beatles when they dropped the White Album and
I
the
think
other
it
one.
was earlier than 1967. I don't think it was that late.
You sure?
I'm not sure, no.
Me neither.
Was flight invented in 1967 or after? No chance he was before.
Trying to explain to my brother who the Beatles were.
What do you mean? Is he not aware of the Beatles?
He's like aware of. He was like, so who's the famous one? I'm like, all of them.
John Lennon.
He's like, isn't there? He's like, who's the most famous? I'm like, John and Paul probably.
Lennon by far.
I
McCartney's had.
said to him, I was like, what's the guy that killed Mark David Chapman kills Lennon? So I was,
How was after Andy Leibovitz takes their photograph, by the way?
yeah, and like almost was it like a week or two after Martin Luther King is killed in the same place?
Oh, is that correct?
Yeah, they're like killed very close to each other, and my brother goes, John Lennon was assassinated? I was like, that's the most famous thing about the Beatles that you could really, I mean,
There's
it's,
a lot of famous stuff.
I know, but
There's
yeah.
no way that you can't know that.
Oh, Monday is St. Patty's Day. That's what's going on Monday. Fair.
Is it? Do we have these fucking... Did I fucking put these boxes on the wrong week?
I think so.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We've got 15 reels, so they're gonna run into Monday anyway. I'm gonna do all the food the next day or two. I'll do some voiceover and stuff.
I got some stuff in there too for the... What do you call it? The taffy ones.
It's alright, we're a week early. It's nice. It's nice to be a week early for once. How's Share Bear, Uncle Dirty? How we doing there? I'm not trying to make everything rhyme. It's just happening.
Who's running?
Huh?
What are you saying about running?
Rhyming.
Do you think
Get yourself something green. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke something green, that's for fuck sure.
Yeah, we don't eat fucking vegetables around here.
Vegetables are poison.
Absurd stance.
What?
One of the most absurd stances I've ever heard an adult take.
Well, you'll see. I'll come out the victor.
Somehow I don't think so. Not this time, buddy.
But you have to admit, there have been other times. You finally admit it.
I didn't say that. I just said definitely not this time.
Wow, Share Bear's smoking next to you. Paper towels. I'm gonna go out and get my weed. I'm gonna do that. You know, listen to Evan bang around. Actually, why don't you come here, talk to some of these people? I guess they want to see your face. They want to know that you're alive. They want to know that you're not trapped in the basement somewhere.
Just because you let me out does not mean I don't spend the rest of the week trapped in the basement.
It's freedoms that you can't abide by.
You can't be trusted.
You can't be trusted with too many.
You haven't earned those privileges yet.
I have Cherry Coke Zero. I got some seltzer in the other room.
I'll take a Cherry Coke Zero.
Here you go. Look at this big gal. I got a little garlic spread if you want to throw on the chicken.
Just fucking, it's already been spiced. Where are the people? Where do I see them? Have it talk to me. Oh boy, all right, we're here.
A dispo trail on Monday in Red Bank. How Irish of you. Just very settler.
You guys prepared to watch me eat half of a chicken right now? I don't know if this is going to be the most entertaining thing I've ever done.
I'll be back, don't worry.
Yeah, you should hurry, because that's really all I got right now. It's not much. Oh. Oh, so delicious, though. Ooh. Oh, it's tender, juicy, and delicious. My God. Wow. They say this is a loss leader.
What? Chicken?
Mm-hmm. The rotisseries.
Because you get people in the door for the rotis.
That's the idea. People come, they take them, they lose money on these things, they say.
Yeah, I mean $5 for a whole chicken. Meanwhile,
Oh, $5.
$6.20.
Nice. A little bit more at the fucking Wigs. Closer to fucking 10, honestly.
Really?
Probably like 7. Oh. I mean,
Yeah, $7.99 or something like that.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
People will pay it. I mean, it can feed 3 people, depending on how small the third one is.
No, we get a lot of meals at least. If I'm wasn't a fucking gavone, this with proper sides.
Just look at the time save of it too. To fucking cook a rotisserie chicken, it'd take you 90 minutes at least. So
Less I think if you spatchcock it.
we're gonna spatchcock it.
Oh, yeah. If you could do a quarter with 2 sides, that's 1 dinner, and then you can get a couple slices for sandwiches. You can make some chicken salad.
Or a pot pie like we're doing. Uncle Dirty, I don't like any of the dispensaries in Red Bank. They're kind of shitty. They're like too expensive for what they got going on. Ooh, I ran into the owner of one of the dispensaries. They said in the summer, a couple of them follow us on here. They asked me for recipes when I go in, which is cool. But
Love
I
that.
talked to the owner. He was like, "Why are these people asking you what to do?" And I was like, "Oh,
I'm an
chef."
expert. I know.
And he's like, "I want to do a pop-up. We're still working with the township of Englishtown, but I think we can do samples and go outside." And I was like, "So
Oh, nice.
let me cook things that aren't infused for people, and let me show them the different ways that they can infuse it, and then I'll give them food samples, blah, blah, blah."
Oh, you want to give out non-infused stuff?
Giving out infused stuff would be illegal.
Well, all right then.
Buy them from local guys, supports. Yeah, I mean, you buy eggs and stuff, but they don't really sell their chickens. That's more of a mass-produced thing, I feel like. Oh, you mean weed? Buy the weed from a local guy. Ah, I'm with you. I'm with you now.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
Most of the people in the dispensary are like my parents' age anyway. Like, they're not.
They're not youthful?
They're not.
Interesting. Where's the youth at?
I think still getting it off the streets. Same reason that you and I would get it off the streets for, not paying taxes or not. If we were to be.
We're not. We pay taxes.
We do.
We only do things legally.
We do things Americans do.
Legally. Who can't prove anything? Wow.
Chris, I get that, honestly. Sometimes that street guy is a little too shady. That's why you need to get yourself a street woman, because of equality.
How good is she?
And say she's the best. Her little brother has a crush on the Staten Island Bruiser. It's hysterical.
Awful.
Yeah, I'm like, she don't know. And she's like, yeah, well, we tried to tell him. And I was like, unless I'm telling him, no one has actually tried to tell him.
There's no way you
Anything.
It can't be explained. You have to experience it.
She went over there to go grab, and he came out because she was at work and convinced her that he's looking for a house and needed his phone number. I'm like, Jackie, I get it. You want someone, you want to flirt with someone in the daytime. Be nice to this kid who's having a working relationship with these people.
Yeah, right. Please don't fucking ruin it for us.
The stuff that you could theoretically get is, I would say, half the price, and for equally good. I can't see much of a difference.
What happened to paper towels? Are they all gone?
I went to a dispo and there was a guy in a minivan screaming out of the side door, $80 for a zip. Yeah, I gotta grab more paper towels. Let me take this. And now, this.
Oh! Jesus, that thing is phallic.
Good. Good way to get the conversation going. I see how big it is in their hands, and then I try to scale it.
Nice. That's how you know where they're at.
Yeah.
You got toothpicks?
Yeah. You can set me on one task at a time, goddammit.
Wow, you can multitask. You're supposed to be gifted.
They say there's no such thing as multitasking. It's just people that are really capable of doing 2 things at once, but separately.
Just bouncing back and forth inefficiently.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, everybody's pretty delusional when it comes to multitasking. Multitasking is not the way. I don't have any evidence to support it, but I'm sure it's guaranteed less
But
efficient.
you believe in it to the death.
No, it's a fucking ADD paradise. Just fucking
Yeah,
one thing at a time.
80's too cheap. I think we're like around 200, 220, but that's great.
It's way more than it was when I was like a fucking teenager.
It's better, but when you go...
No, swap that. It was way more when I was a teenager, is what I meant to say. It's less.
Unless you were buying dirt.
I'm trying to think. Well,
Some of the dirt was so cheap.
You used to spend $20 for a gram, and it was often a 0.7.
Yeah, unless someone had like a special brand.
Never.
That it was like
always
0.6.
You could get way if you were
Like, oh my god, you got this sour lemon diesel.
Oh,
Look at
it
the
was,
head.
yeah, and it would be less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Oh
exactly.
yeah, it would be less.
They're like,
would
listen,
happen.
we don't want to give you just a half a gram. So what we'll do is we'll charge you 30. I'm like, that's the same math. That's worse for me, actually.
Yeah, you're just
I don't like it.
That's right. Yep.
That's
I
really.
mean, what does that work out? So what does $20 a gram work out to be? How much per ounce then?
Oh my god.
$5.60?
Yeah.
Is that right? It's disgusting. I mean, obviously you wouldn't have to. You would get it for fucking less.
Costs 26 cents to manufacture a gram of weed.
Well, I feel like the prices that I'm paying now are a little bit more reflective. 200 for an ounce is like.
Yeah, but that's if you're going into a dispensary, you're paying 400.
Yeah, that's like the old price.
Not right now. You can find that.
Yeah, I'm comparing the now price of the dispensary to
yes.
the old price of the.
Well, to someone like our parents that don't have the access to a street vendor and don't really have a frame of reference of what it is, like they bought probably a gram in the 70s the last time, so it's completely different.
They weren't selling by the fucking gram in the 70s. It was a whole different experience back then.
Dude, the guy that used to sell in my high school, he got robbed in college, and when he filled out the police report, because that's what you do when you're a young idiot. He had almost $400,000 in cash in a safe on his Rutgers campus. And they were like, clearly you're selling drugs. Like, what? He's just he's such an idiot, dude. Such an idiot.
That's an impossible amount of money to explain.
Yeah.
Why would you have that in cash? What could you be doing with almost $500,000 in cash as a 20-year-old?
How much? It would be cheaper, Uncle Dirty, if banks would allow cannabis companies to do business there. But instead, they have to bank offshore, which means they have to pay like a crazy tariff to the United States government.
Are they not just paying tax? I mean, isn't there not just like fucking taxes? Here?
No, because the Marijuana Tax Act of 1972 is still technically in effect, so they're paying about 40% on gross.
The Marijuana Tax Act.
So if you're buying something for $100, $40 of it is going essentially to the government and to all those fees and regulatory bodies.
Yes.
So really you're paying $60 and you're getting taxed on that. But they need to send the money overseas and they need to pay whatever fines they need to pay, whatever fees, legal fees that they need to pay. So,
I'm disgusted by the whole situation.
yeah, man. I mean, the cartels, it was hard to compete with the cartels back in the day. And that's ultimately the problem with most substances. Back in the day, because all the money was in, like, all the jobs and industry was technically in farming, and that was volatile, and you did get a lot of money. Because, like I said, it costs 26 cents to manufacture a gram of weed. They're probably selling it for $3, $4 a gram to these big bodies that have the license to test it, to package it. Now all these companies, they grow themselves because they realize how fucking cheap it is to grow. It's not an expensive arm to kind of add once you have all those licensing. So that's the key. I don't know if you've been looking for cannabis jobs, Chris. If you found anything on like in the warehouse and stuff, that side, you'll get paid more on that end because their nut is so much better than it is in the storefronts. It's like Coca-Cola. How Coca-Cola only makes 20% of its. Coca-Cola only makes 20% of the worldwide Coca-Cola supply is made by Coca-Cola. The other 80% they make by selling their formulas to these big factories and chains and plants.
Sell syrup. They sell the fucking syrup to bottlers. I read a whole book about it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. They're selling that's their formula. Their syrup.
Yeah, you literally just buy it and fucking have to add the water yourself and bottle it. It's wild shit.
And you have to have your own infrastructure to to create cases, to ship it, all that
You
good.
fully bottle it. That doesn't just mean put it in
Yeah,
up. You have
yeah.
to like prepare it for shipping. But yeah, all they're selling is the fucking syrup, these sons of bitches.
Yeah.
And the branding.
And they're doing great.
Coca-Cola?
Crushing it.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett loves them.
Oh yeah, they're probably the most recognizable brand on the face of the fucking planet.
That's what he says. He says they're below their market cap always because you could be quenched of thirst in a village in Africa and you can walk into a tiny little store and they might have only 3 American brands, but one of them is for sure Coca-Cola.
Yeah, guaranteed.
And that's so a lot of these weed farms are kind of starting to do the same. They're selling the weed, but then they're wholesaling their own. They're wholesaling. They're building shit in New Jersey, and then they're wholesaling it out to other states where they can't grow or don't have the land, and essentially making a ton of money off of doing that.
Is there a lot of people growing here?
Yeah. The growth here, like Maine grows a ton, but then you have places like Massachusetts, all up and down the East Coast, North Carolina, they grow a ton. So if you can grow here in New Jersey, you can basically split the gap, kind of go out to Ohio, all these other places, and they just crush it. Did you look at the recipes we're making?
I looked at fucking the breakdown with you on the phone, but that was it.
That's it.
We can talk about it now if you want. I am. That's right. Thanks for the bowl there, Jim.
Good, he's full. Full enough?
I said the bowl, but I'm pulling up yet.
I know what you meant. Of course, if you want to pack the bowl, you can pack it anytime. But
No. I was saying thank you. I'm just trying to be fucking.
are you full?
Yes. I'm satisfied. I'm reasonably full.
Your
you know what I mean?
satiety has reached a comforting level.
It's at a point where I know mentally, psychologically, that I don't need any more food at the moment.
So Evan's hooking up these bars. Gonna hang a camera for a nice top-down angle. And then we got some lights popping up. Just general setup so this weekend when we were filming everything, we can kind of just walk into the set in the morning rather than having to do all this at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Because it takes 2 fucking hours every time.
And then we got to break this puppy down on Sunday. I got a surprise birthday tomorrow that I can't go to.
It's tragic.
I'm not brokenhearted about it.
No, that's really, you got a wider angle here? Get interesting.
You're not allowed. I mean, you can adjust the arm and swing it so it's looking at you. Dude, these are your tools.
You can stick it over there, so that way we can see both of us.
However you like, bud.
Give the people a move and reattach, for God's sake.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, what the fuck else you doing? Rinsing the sink for 10 minutes?
Never happens.
Yeah, I'm feeling quite content at the moment. I'm excited to be here with you.
It's been a little bit. All right, where? I can't do this, dude. I'm gonna fuck this up. Oh.
So you got the fucking monsters.
What?
Don't forget your creepy cable. Let me see, go stick it over there somewhere. There you go. How hard is that? Come on, you're doing great. I'm really proud of you. There she is.
Are we swing enough here?
What? How's it look? What do you think?
We could definitely see you.
But can they see you?
You can see me over here, yeah. Just do a little bend and fold, a little snap and twist.
Snap and twist.
Whatever that thing is from Legally Blonde.
Oh.
The bend and snap.
The bend and snap?
Yeah, that's how you get a man's attention. As taught by Jennifer Coolidge. Dame Jennifer Coolidge.
She a dame?
I think maybe. I don't like what they're doing to her with those. They're doing those commercials that basically turn it into a joke, but
She's a comedian.
eh. It's one thing to tell jokes and one thing to be a joke.
I haven't seen the commercials.
Let's try these bars out. This is dinner today for me.
This guy's having some bars for dinner. Dinner, bars. It's not gonna eat real food.
I could have some popcorn.
I have heard you have the airplane stuff.
What airplane stuff?
You know, the airplane popcorn.
What's that?
There's one you have.
What does that mean?
Airplane popcorn?
Yeah.
Come on, it's your fucking joke.
What?
Popcorn? The guy making the flight? The fucking Red Orville? The fucking Wilbur Wright? Not Redenbacher,
That's not.
but Orville.
That's. Yeah, you're right.
Your joke. I didn't make that terrible joke.
I tried to block it out pretty much as soon as I made it.
It was rough. I'm not gonna pretend it wasn't. I'm not gonna pretend it's better than it was. This isn't yours. You have hurt me today. You chose violence, and I don't know why.
Some up with this popcorn doesn't pop right.
You're not on a fucking plane.
That's the problem.
You're too close to sea level.
It's an altitude that gets this popcorn popping. Nice, so that they could see me a little bit. They could see what you got going on. We need that out of the way anyway.
Is it exciting for people? Or do they care? Oh.
I mean, they can go back and watch this. I doubt, a lot of time viewership here on the Patreon. It's more about people watching it later, I think. Something you can scroll to. You can tell the people what you're doing and how you're setting it up.
I don't know how exciting that is. I'm putting this here extension cord on this here metal stick that I'm gonna then suspend in the air and dangle various things from. Various things will be dangled.
Nice little power strip.
Forgot I was across the room now. I don't even know if they can hear me.
Yeah, that's right. I can hear you.
Right there.
Can you guys hear Evan? That's what he wants to know. Is he dangling enough video? I hear like one kernel pop.
I didn't realize you were making popcorn. That did not sound like
Exactly, my point.
That does not sound like you made popcorn just now.
The microwave's on the fritz.
Could be the mic. I don't want to say for sure. I don't know. Not the doctor. Just play one on TV.
Just don't blame me, that's what you want.
It's certainly your fault. If I know nothing, I know that. You are here. You are guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty is charged.
What I want to figure out for tomorrow, Ev, is how we can take some shots of cannabis, like we've been seeing in the reels, where they have kind of it's like decarbed and broken up, and they're adding so they can show that infusion step without talking about it. You know what I mean?
Not exactly.
Remember when we sent reels back and forth to each other of people that have like the ground up weed.
Yeah.
Like going in the oven or coming out of the oven, then it's like going in with a mason jar of butter kind of deal.
Yes.
I want to see if we can incorporate something like that into the mix.
What do you want to do exactly? I'm not sure I understand.
To add it into the food process so people can, so you don't have to say any words.
You want to have that for the shorts, the longs,
The shorts.
So what exactly do you want to show though? I'm not. You want to show we like going in a bowl, we going into like a little tray going in the oven. What What do you literally want to show?
So I think we should film, because realistically, you want to put the same clip for every video? No, you kind of want to.
I don't think it's that important.
I think if we show.
I think you worry about that more than is necessary, considering most of the viewership on TikTok is first timers. By like absurd percentage. Like 90 plus percentage.
But I think it was a personal trip, Uncle Dirty. Went there to go see my fam, go see my brother, hang out, get some sun. I get what you're saying, but because they're first time viewers, they probably don't know the lingo and nomenclature, so I think showing some aspect of it.
Yeah, we could show it. I'm just saying we don't have to do it more than we could use this.
We can. So why don't we just shoot like the decarb process one time, which is, you
want to cram that in this weekend? You're saying?
we don't have, I want to show like kind of like the butt a little bit ground up, and I want to see it like you want to show it coming out of the oven, like the little toaster oven or whatever, like golden brownish. Or honestly, I could just decarb it. I always have fresh flour, so we don't have, we don't actually have to infuse anything or wait the time. Just kind of run through the mill really quick.
I mean, if you wanna run some, then
The Cactus down there is not legal, so it's not bad, but it's all like shiesty street vendors, more or less, unless you have a medical card. But I don't live in the States, so that's not happening.
That's out. We can totally film that. Especially if you just want to show a little. If you just want to show the stuff around the decarbing, you know what I mean? Like that's easy.
I want to show.
You want to show it going into some kind of oil or something too. And then what? You want to see the oil again later?
Honestly,
you said you don't want to infuse though. You would infuse.
well, we don't want to. We don't have to take the 2 hours it takes to infuse it. Is what I'm saying.
If you want to infuse it in we can infuse it.
But I'm saying, like I have like that bag where you're kind of pouring it through and kind of, or cheesecloth where we're getting it out, like just.
Yeah, let's shoot it. We want to shoot it, we'll shoot it.
Yeah.
We'll fucking get it in. But we'll shoot.
We can shoot everything back to back to back to back. We don't have to actually take the time. We can infuse it later off camera.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the long process is, well, you can't, I mean, you want to show it getting squeezed out before it's infused?
It'll look more or less the same.
I say we shoot it, and then you take it, and bring the crock pot, bring it in the other fucking room, plug it in, let it go for 2 hours, we'll bring it out, we'll get a couple more shots at the end, and we'll just have some stuff, and we'll save it. That's what I'll do, is I'll make a little 5 second piece that shows all those steps with sound, and we'll just plug it in. And if you want to shoot another one and redo it differently in a couple months, we can. But I think if you just kind of mix that in with a handful of shorts, I think it's fine to reuse.
Okay.
If you're very against it, we don't have to do it. But I think it's fine. If I make a little 3 to 5 clip sequence, just fast, like 1 second each, just to be like weed goes into the tray goes into the oven, out of the oven, into the oil, squeeze the bag, something like that. Just fast though.
I don't want to do one with milk or dairy.
All right. Well, I mean, then let's do one this time. Plan one for next time or something. You know what I mean? Or like, you could do next time is plan some recipes that will use the infused milk. So we have a couple. So it makes fucking sense why we're going.
Yeah, that's what we have for tomorrow. But I just already have it made.
So you want to infuse some milk then instead of oil?
Oil and butter would be more versatile and they look the same, so it's not that big of a.
We could do the milk this time for this, use it for these, and then get the oil and butter the next time. And use it for those, and then you'll have milk ones now.
If I get a dark olive oil, we can squeeze it right now without having to infuse.
I don't mind. I don't think that part's that big of a deal. It's just a matter of taking it out of the room and letting it happen. Because it's not like it. I mean, you got to stir it occasionally, I suppose.
Yeah, but that's less of my.
I mean, you don't want to fucking infuse it. We don't have to. We can show the squeeze otherwise. For the amount of time it's likely to be on camera anywhere, no one's gonna know.
They want to see the squeeze.
Well, yeah. Show them the squeeze. Show them us squeeze. You can't have
It
those.
doesn't have to be the squeeze necessarily.
Yeah, movie magic, baby. It's all movie magic.
What else do we need to discuss? Nothing really, right? Kind of have everything down.
There's always some personal issues we can talk about whenever you want, but yeah.
More again? God damn it.
Basically, never has one man provided so much fodder.
I'm good like that.
God,
That's why I'm the best of friends. I'm the best of friends.
I am best friend.
Why did this pop so quick?
Yeah, altitude changed and the temperature dropped.
Well, I get half burnt popcorn and half good popcorn. And that seems deserving of my station.
Yeah, that tracks. That's fair. I feel like that's a fair. I'm okay with that. With the sugar out for you.
What are you guys doing for St. Patty's Day? Does anyone have any fun plans?
What are you doing for St. Patty's Day is the real question.
Good excuse to just smoke weed.
How was the cactus?
More or less my go-to for everything.
Dom smoking weed? Who ever heard of such a thing? It's completely fucking preposterous.
I smoked a lot of weed on Dad's golf course.
Did you smoke it with Dad?
No. But we're getting there. I mean, we're getting there.
Have you ever smoked with him?
Not smoked.
We got 3 people. Guys, I'm sorry we're completely unentertaining right now. Oh, God.
That's right. It's just a Patreon.
Oh, just the people that care enough to pay. Just
It's Friday night.
Yeah.
At 6 o'clock. It's the people that are on the other coast are working still. Fuck me. They're gonna come watch us later. They'll be glad.
They'll be glad of it. Come watch us, ye swine.
An up and down day. Cactus will keep it up.
Up. Keep it up. Are you Jazz Cactus? Is that you? Do people think of you as Jazz Cactus?
It's gotta be.
That's what it is, right? Like you would get introduced places as Jazz Cactus.
I think it'll be Chef Dom.
Maybe not.
Are you the jazz and I'm the cactus?
I do feel jazzier than you.
Chris, what do you have? Work or kids or what do you got doing? Such a nothing holiday.
What, St. Patty's Day?
Yeah.
Just for drinking.
That's what they're doing all this weekend though, right?
Me, I'm not. I'm here with you.
Dude, you would not participate in a St. Patty's parade if you had all the time in the world.
I agree, but you're like asking me what I'm doing. Like obviously
I'm saying that's what people are doing.
Oh yeah. Some people anyway. I don't know how much of a parade is a thing. I definitely have fun facts of you bumbling through trying to say something about a parade, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like really obvious that you're not sure what you're doing. Wait, how do we feel about that history guy that showed up the other day?
I went back and did some research.
What did we find out?
Found out that people that specifically are from that area take great offense to that St. Patrick lie.
That's your angle, huh? That's your angle.
What I understand it to be is differing opinions. Some people believe that it's a metaphor for paganism, and some people believe that when he got canonized by the church, they just attributed a miracle to him, and that's the one they came up with, which is the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
Why is that the dumbest argument you've ever heard?
Because to say that he rid that would mean that someone from the church had traveled all through Ireland to make sure that not a single snake was ever there.
Why? Why wouldn't they just lie? What do they care if that turns out to be true or not?
Because that defunks his entire miracle.
I mean, only if you get caught, like, by what? Like, there's no internet, you know what I mean? You could just say it, and then, like, if there's mostly no snakes, you could definitely get away with it.
I know, but that in order to say something like that, would have to have been an abundance of snakes, and then for some whatever reason, way less snakes.
Not necessarily.
Daniel, what's up, buddy?
You're giving people way more credit than they deserve. We read 1984 not that long ago. Do you remember the scene where they're at the fucking rally and they change teams, they change war allies and enemies in the rally, and people go along with it? That's so real.
They're trying to back solve for his miracle because he gets canonized way after his death. And removing Ireland of paganism is not a good miracle.
I think it's great once pagans around. You hear that, you fucking pagans?
But I think it's more likely that, well, not more. What I choose to believe.
My truth.
In a world where we don't have any concrete information where both of them live, I don't have any allegiance to the neighborhood, so. Basically happened is the Catholic Church was just kind of, they're like, wow, this guy's gotten super popular, let's make him a saint, that's great for our brand.
Sounds good. I don't see why there has to be a metaphor, necessarily. I mean, I don't find it hard to believe that they would just come up with a wholesale lie.
Right, which is what they're saying, that the Catholics, there was no talk of him ridding any land of snakes, that 1,100 years later when he gets canonized, that's the one they make up.
1,100 years later.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, if you could believe that's true, you could also believe that people thought pagans were lesser or snakes, right? Like, that's very biblical, a fucking snake. And they hated pagans, and they referred to them as snakes often in other places in the world. And he went and was a fucking missionary trying to turn people over to Christianity. And so
Yeah,
they that's
they
probably
just
the
decided.
lore that gets behind him in Ireland, in the town, the people that knew him, and the Romans, and the
You
church
think
was like,
that's less of a stretch? That collectively people bought in on like this metaphor.
I think while he was doing it, people were like, yeah, let's get rid of all those snakes, get them out of here, right? And then years later, that's an easy thing to kind of prop back up. Rather than 1,100 years later be like, oh, what did he get rid? Let's say he got rid of all the snakes on that one island.
I mean, that sounds like you're 1,100 years in. You're like, okay, where is there definitely no snakes? Somewhere up north here? Great. No one has seen a snake north of this point for fucking 100 years. So let's just say it.
The lie is only as good as the truth you can tie to it. That's how every lie goes.
What nonsense thing is that supposed to mean? If there are no snakes on the island, and you say that's because of this man 1,000 years after the fact, no one's proven you wrong. Even if there's snakes now, you could be like, Satan brought them back.
You think someone at the church was like, you know what's interesting? There isn't a single snake in Ireland. Let's say he got rid of them all.
What do we even know? Maybe there are snakes. Do we even know that it's true that there are no snakes?
The Irish would definitely buy in on a metaphor before admitting to mass murder. I don't think he was a murderer per se. That's what the Romans did.
Per se.
The Catholic Church is lazy. I would bet that they took.
Yeah, just make up some nonsense. Check the books. Go be like, find something.
I think they took existing nonsense that already existed and repackaged it into that's the Catholic way.
It just doesn't like. Like, how did he get rid of the pagans? By converting people to Christianity? That's not like an event that people would remember. People would not remember the slow conversion of their country to a new religion as something.
But that's why he's remembered, because he does it very effectively.
How effectively? You're still talking about a fucking. He's converting people, right? So he doesn't actually get rid of any of the pagans, though. All those people are still there, but now they're converting. So they don't see
Do you
themselves
believe
as
the
fucking
Roman
snakes.
Empire is the one that kills them?
Kills who?
The pagans.
So he converts the pagans,
So
and the
he's
Roman
there,
Empire
he's
kills
like,
the pagans?
You're living a life of sin. The Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire is Christian. If you're not a Christian, you're against the empire. God loves you. Jesus loves you. Blah, blah, blah. And you're a pagan, and you're like, I either just take Christianity or I just fucking get killed by the Romans. Which one would you rather do? And it's so much better for PR to be like, yeah, this fucking clergyman came over and convinced them all, rather than say we did mass murder on an island and came home. It's easier to kind of say he's the one that did it.
I mean, I see where you're coming from. I see how it could be. I'm not really sold that it's so much more convincing one way or the other.
Well,
I gotta say.
my thing is, if I say that something is supposedly a metaphor, that is meant to be interpreted in so many different ways, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a fact, even if, I'm not presenting it as a fact. So to say that the prevailing metaphor is this, and what they believe it was that because of the mass murder and the migration that happened over there, and they're using it as a metaphor for the pagans. And someone says, no, we have empirical proof that that's not true, and their empirical truth is the Catholic Church is a liar, everyone's a liar, they made this up to make him. That's not proof of anything. That's another opinion.
Yeah.
Which was my only argument. My argument wasn't I'm right and you're wrong. My argument was you are giving me opinion to tell me my opinion is wrong, in which case I don't accept your opinion here. If you give me facts, I'll change mine.
I don't accept.
Listen, my half-baked ideas are whatever they are, but they're mine.
You definitely read as belligerent.
And you can't say, here's my half-baked idea, and that's fact. Because that makes me believe you even less.
I don't know if he was trying to say it was a half-baked idea, more so more so I know a historian, or I'm married to a historian.
Yeah, he's the perfect...
Yeah.
He's perfectly situated. He's a historical lecturer,
Right.
married to a historian that specifically studies that period of time in that region. And what he's done is stumbled upon our stoned high TikTok to refute his highbrow knowledge to that video. Get the fuck out of here.
That's fully believable. That part's not confusing. Do you know how many people saw that fucking TikTok?
A lot.
How many?
Couple thousand. That's not a lot of people, dude.
Yeah, but it's all hashtagged up around fucking St. Patty's.
You think this guy's like, I swear to God.
No, I think he was.
One more fucking guy on this app called St. Patrick calls these snakes of
I think
pagans.
if you go check his comments, I bet you'll find him poking around a bunch of different Irish things. You know what I mean? He's probably fucking trolling Irish bullshit to fucking be like, well, actually.
But my argument is, someone that's like a world-class lecturer and married to a professor.
It's not world class. That's the word that I don't think anyone's used here.
He's saying that he is. He's presenting his opinion as fact to the highest degree. He's saying that he's the foremost expert on this time period.
Now you're just
Like someone else on YouTube,
This is just ad hominem now.
you could have forced him to mine. Someone on YouTube was like, where St. Patrick was born was modern day Wales, so he's Welsh, not Britain. I was like, yeah, that would be great if Wales existed when he was alive. Like Wales was didn't even exist yet.
So what's that exactly?
He's a Roman Brit. They were considered British before they became Welsh. So to be like anyone that was born here before Wales existed is Welsh, which is not. You can't.
It's useful if you're like in like a broader sense. If like in the same way that like Cleopatra was Greek.
Yes.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For PR's sake. Great.
Well, no, because you're identifying a region because there's racial characteristics in the region that are different. But it's like the difference between the Welsh and the Scots is not enough that you would care to make the distinction. At least in my opinion.
And to be British or to be Welsh or to be whatever is, they were all technically Romans. At that point.
Yeah, or, British.
Part of the Roman Empire. However you want. So do I do mocha almond or almond honey?
And mocha's gonna be chocolate.
Turtle head peeping out.
It's a fucking mixer cam.
Good 600-700 calorie day. That's not bad.
What, today? 600 calories you eat today? You're fucking starving yourself.
No, I feel good. I feel really good, dude.
Just be careful. That's not enough calories. You'll die.
I love that. Took a nap. Didn't do much. The weight was just shedding off of me in Florida.
You drop, the amount of weight you drop and the amount of times you drop it is so unhealthy.
What do you mean?
Dude, you can't drop 15 pounds in 10 days and be like, oh, that's great. That is not great.
It's great.
No, it's not. You're insane. I don't even know how that's possible, actually.
I'm not taking any drugs or pills or anything.
You honestly are telling me right now that that rapid weight loss is good.
But I'm not taking any substances to facilitate it.
So what?
I work out every day. I'm not like lethargic or weak. I have energy source built in through months.
Built in.
The way that I feel now is that we eat entirely way too much and too often.
You're right to some degree.
I can't believe how good I felt. I can't believe how much my body has adjusted.
You'll sell me on the 600 calories faster than you'll sell me on fucking over a pound a day of weight loss. There's no fucking doctor that
The
would say
reason
that's
why I'm having only 600 calories today is because last night I had a bigger meal a little bit later than I usually want.
Yeah, I figure as long as you by the end of the week you have some. If you're just because you want to cycle it and some days you want to be feast and famine and you feel like that's good, but by the end of the week you're still getting the amount of calories you fucking need to survive.
But when you have 100 pounds to lose, the first 20 comes off fast.
It's not healthy to lose weight that quickly.
I'm just fasting. I don't get it.
You have to know. You have to know. You can't be.
I disagree.
All right, you find me any doctor, anywhere at all, anytime, even the crazy ones, that tell you it's okay to drop over a pound a day in weight loss. That's healthy. It's just forget sustainable. It's obviously not sustainable, but healthy.
I think if I only had 20 pounds to lose, it would be bad.
I mean, there's a bigger psychological issue at work, which is this whole like reward cycle around it, like because you know you can do it. You do this a lot, where you get to this point where you drop rapid weight through this crazy fucking.
I feel really good.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Grab me the side of that.
I'm not. Hey,
Loosen that.
go fuck yourself. This one?
No.
This one.
Up.
This one.
Nope. The only one you haven't touched yet. Nope.
This one.
That's the so that's painful.
The only one you haven't touched yet.
This other one I haven't touched yet somehow. Here. Hold that for a second, Mr. Fucking I Feel Great. Yeah, it's okay. Lock that in.
Look at the strength, still holding.
Yeah, all 6.5 pounds. It's fucking amazing.
Stop taking my compliments away. Wow, Jason Fig, your message has been restricted. It's been redacted. Oh, we can't even see it. What are you saying to us?
What are you saying?
That's kind of hot.
It's probably a brain that you can't drop a pound a day.
You can drop a pound a day, dude.
I know you think you can. I know you can. I shouldn't say that. I know you think you can't do it. I know all manner of things are possible. There's just no fucking medical advice that exists in the world that would say that that's healthy.
I think that if I'm getting good nutrients in my one meal, I'm essentially intermittent fasting with a tiny window.
Fast away, okay? Your weight loss is just it's crazy. It's crazy for you to be okay with it. It's so insane. The whole cycle of the up and down of your weight is
Yeah, that's troubling and problematic.
the whole thing. The down slope is also part of the troubling.
No.
The whole thing is troubling.
No.
It's too fast up, it's too fast down. And that's why it is too fast up, because you know how fast it is down.
No.
Sure. No. No, it can't be that.
There's usually something catastrophic that happens to me.
Catastrophic, please. Nothing catastrophic. Like a minor fucking softball injury.
What do you mean, dude?
Catastrophic. Fucking guy pulls an ankle. Catastrophic injury. Depression. 9 months.
Catastrophic depression counts.
What?
Catastrophic depression doesn't count.
No, that,
God damn it.
that should be obvious. Here, look, we got this like.
Listen, Jason, I ain't hear you. I figure. I agree. Is that tape on there?
There's a little piece of tape.
What?
What are people? So I wrote, this is what we are. That's who we are.
You don't want to write right on there.
We can, but that's not going to change, so. It's not need to fucking. You know what I mean? Like, if I really cared, I would also put, like, me and stuff, but I don't actually need that.
I put Methuselah honeysuckle there.
Yeah, it's also a fun opportunity for you to do jokes. I do appreciate them.
I got good names.
What are the people saying?
Jason agrees with me.
Oh my god. It's your fucking crazy eating disorder crew on the internet. I'm convinced that people that are into intermittent fasting all have eating disorders.
You do good.
That's my unempirical opinion. So the entire fucking intermittent fasting community all has eating disorders.
Well, you heard it here, folks.
That's right. I'm fucking saying it.
Yeah, I think the healthy way to lose weight when you have a body fat that's under 20% is like 1.7 pounds. 2 pounds a week. I lost 27 pounds in 22 days.
27 pounds in 22 days. I guess.
But a lot of that's got to be inflammation, water, yada, yada, yada.
Water, inflammation.
Dude, I have a clean, it's like I got clean fuel source in my body, and I'm taking in a fuel source that is dirty and cheaper. And so I'm just cutting down on the dirty, cheap fuel source, and I'm using more of the homegrown, clean fuel.
That's a fancy way of saying starving yourself.
I'm not starving though.
What do you feel like starving means, out of curiosity? Because you don't get to count the hypothetical calories that you burn from your own body fat in there. Like,
Yeah, you should.
no, that's not. It doesn't count.
That's what it's for.
That's what it's
Stored
for.
energy.
It's not.
I've overstored my energy. I need to burn the reserves.
Yes, you do at a fucking measured rate.
I measure it every day.
Jesus.
Speaking of Jesus Christ,
Speaking of Jesus.
stopped drinking and lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's alcohol is poison. That's easy peasy. That's why we do it. We love a good poisoning here.
Yeah, we do.
We've conquered the earth, and now we must poison ourselves to feel good.
I mean, we've been taking poison the whole time.
Fair. Conquering and poison.
Well before the conquest. We were like, is that poison?
That poison's delicious.
Oh man, it was
Hey guys, you see the poison growing under this tree? It's
I think
amazing.
we could make more of it if we do it like this.
Yes, delicious poison.
Delicious.
Hey, have you guys felt the same since having that poison?
Can any of you remember what it was like before the poison? I feel like I can't.
You can't.
I can't remember a time before the poison.
Well, you're still not set up as good now.
I like the slot too for this. It would have been done faster if you provided the size of that chicken.
You really ran out of energy now.
You nearly killed
Listen,
me.
I just had 500 calories. I could run a marathon.
Sure.
Just run it.
I don't want to run a marathon. I don't want that even a little.
That's one guy's like, how do you know when one of your friends starts running? They'll tell you about it.
They'll tell you about it. Yeah. Runner types.
All right, that's my meal for the day. guess we're just gonna have to kind of see how tomorrow goes.
In what regard?
Excuse me. Filming it, like the facts and everything kind of separate.
You want to do it tomorrow or you want to do it Sunday?
I want to do it tomorrow.
Okay. I think it's going to go good.
Because I think I'd rather be done shooting food at 5 o'clock tomorrow, per se. Even take an hour, 90 minutes, and then. So then when Sunday rolls around and we're done at 3:30, instead of 5 o'clock, we don't have an hour of stuff to shoot. I know it's still the same time frame, but I think giving us more time on Sunday to kind of break everything down. I'd rather just have a little bit of a later day Saturday in general.
I agree with you.
I think that's better when we have to break.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think you should leave most of the stuff here because you're going to be back in 2.5 weeks. So
Not 2.5 weeks, like a month.
Is it?
Yeah, we're not.
Maybe 3 weeks?
We're at
I'd let you just leave it up if my sister wasn't here, but I do not trust
we're back on the 12th. Literally a month. Today's the fucking 14th.
Oh, okay.
Like 28 days. Can I know what the fuck is going on with Antarctica?
Oh my god, dude.
Is it okay here?
Yeah, they're never gonna see it. You think they support me? Are you kidding me?
And if they do,
Yeah, good. Yeah. Alright, so where do I start?
bring the people in on the story.
They know a lot of the story. They know a large part of it.
Give me a succinct rewrap from the top anyway for the good people.
So my sister gets separated.
Legally. Did they legally separate?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Who knows if they're even legally married? That's,
Right, you have that theory going.
That's the theory that I have. And honestly, so I don't, like, we don't use the word divorce. I don't think they did any paperwork. Anyway, guy has a mental breakdown, throws my sister and Rachel out of the house. Not that he tries to leave. My sister says she'll sell the house to him at like for what she paid for it 5 years ago.
And he says no.
He says yes, of course. Who the fuck would want to buy an appreciated asset like that at cost?
Sure. Right, okay. So she sells him the fucking house.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna sell you the house. He needs a couple months to get the money together and the finances, but he can live there until then. Pay the mortgage. Great. On his teacher's fucking salary in that house. So
Good for him.
she goes to Austria for 2 months. All the while they remain separated.
Alright, and he's just fucking having the time of his life. Car shows, no concerns in the world.
Exactly. Just fucking taking jobs on different continents. Just it took him a good 2 months, I think, to realize the shoe was dropping. Which is my sister finances most of his life and hobbies.
Oh, is that the case?
Yeah,
Okay.
big time. The guy's a high school teacher. He just bought a $100,000 steam car.
I imagine he had that business, no?
Yeah, he sold it for parts because it was barely paying a teacher's salary.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It was not doing the best.
So he was useless.
Yeah, he's a useless mooch.
Okay, got it.
So
Got it. He seemed that way.
he'll be back in one menstrual cycle. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh no.
Well done. Yes.
Whoever said that,
All right.
I hope you're a lady.
So
I really hope you're a
she
lady.
goes to Austria, comes back. She has all of her friends here because she's staying here now. And she's got all of her friends here. They have like a little wine and bash men night because her other friend, do you remember Maria from the wedding? Her mom was there.
I don't remember. Don't even ask me if I remember people from this fucking social event from 3 years ago. Get away from me. I barely remember you.
My sister's best friend finds out 2 months before their wedding that the guy she's marrying never had the job that he said he did and didn't have any of the money that he said he did. He was basically just operating his own Fonzie scheme within their relationship, and she called off the wedding. So this is 2 marriages in the friend group of 6 that are ending kind of like at the same time.
Debacle City.
Yeah, debacle city for sure. So now they're having a wine and fuck men night, but not the kind of fuck all the men type of night. And they're here drinking, right? There's a huge slumber party. 3 people fucking stay over for the weekend. It's This is what I woke up for. Yes, Mandy, this is why you're here.
Mandy's here.
Atta girl.
Hey.
So.
Oh, Mandy said you owe us a fucking edible for waking us up at 3:30 in the morning.
Mandy, I'm so sorry. That was the universe. Like nothing I could do to control that. It was out of my hands, Mandy. So. She gets back from Austria like mid-January, right? Like end of Jan. Let's call it January 18th, just to put a round figure on it.
Nice round.
A nice number. Between then and Valentine's Day, they're like going out on date. They want to try dating again, right? They're gonna start dating again. Nice, light, easy,
Who said the
breezy.
menstrual cycle thing? Who said it?
The menstrual cycle, yeah. Was that
Who the fuck said that?
I forgot who it was, honestly.
It's not that.
So I think it was.
I forgot who said it.
I think it was Megan, but I don't know. So Valentine's Day rolls around. They go out for dinner.
You smoking a cigarette in here?
Yeah. Do you not want me to?
Oh, shut up. I live here.
They go out for Valentine's Day. I need a cigarette to tell the story.
Level of disrespect. Is your mother now?
Don't tell my mom I smoke cigarettes, dude. So
In
anyway,
your fucking kitchen? I feel like I should tell her.
so
Someone should tell her. She needs to.
they're done parenting me. Where's that cord? I need that cable. So they spend Valentine's Day together. And right after Valentine's Day, mind you, they have a house. They have a house that they own that's arguably bigger than this. Nicer backyard, better furniture, more couch space, all the things you could want. More comfortable bed, because she's sleeping in the spare bed. All the things are better. But he decides he's good, because I think she's like making him work for it or whatever. But now he starts sleeping here too. So now I'm living with both of them.
They're both
They're
here.
both here.
Why don't they come home?
Dude, that's my thing. So from Valentine's Day, which was a Thursday, to the following Sunday, he was there every night but one. Snoring through the walls, bothering me when I'm having coffee, living mess everywhere, living here.
Why? Go home. Both of you go home.
That's what I'm saying.
Why did they go home?
So,
Did you ask them why they don't go home?
I'm not the meat. I'm trying.
What did they say?
So wait.
How do they explain?
We're just laying the grounds here. We're not even doing the things yet.
Oh god.
I gotta say, he's doing, as far as gaslighting and manipulation, he's fucking
Doing a fine job.
ticking all the boxes. So good. This guy's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of gaslighting.
Saying something, consider who's fucking saying it.
His dream, this guy's dream is to go to Antarctica and work on a base and be the head of HVAC there.
How long has that been his dream?
That's been his dream. He's been talking about it for a few years. Would be really. They went to CERN like 3 years ago, and ever since then, he's always wanted to do it.
Antarctica.
So you have to apply, and you can only work there in 6-month patches because they find that with the sunlight, sometimes it's all light, sometimes it's all dark, that it's really unhealthy for your mental health to be there for longer than 6 months. So you're allowed to reapply every 2 years. So you can work 6 months out of every 2 years, and they pay like a full year's salary for that 6 months. So that's why people go and do it. They do 6 months of work every 2 years.
That's not bad.
And he's basically just doing maintenance on a lab, which is kind of cool because you're in Antarctica, and that's a cool thing.
Yeah, that's real cool.
But this is mid-divorce. Like, this is we're getting separated. Let's try to work on it. By the way, I'm going to Antarctica at the end of May. It's absurd.
It's the most ridiculous.
My
thing.
sister's currently being headhunted by a company in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, cool.
They want her to move to Saudi Arabia for 2 years, which would be an adjacent job to what she has for a brand new company that they're starting to open chains for. They want her to go to Saudi Arabia for 2 years to get the business up and running. It's tax-free. Basically, You don't have to pay taxes. They're gonna give her a huge raise and bonus.
You don't have to pay taxes because you're all overseas, and then you just go park in some auction.
So working there for 2 years is like working in America for 3.5. So not only are they going to give her a higher salary, she's basically going to work 2 years and get 5 years worth of pay equal to what she's making now, like a bandit. So she's like, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. You know, he's going to Antarctica. She's going to Saudi Arabia. I'm like, this is the weirdest fucking thing. They'll go visit each other. Who the fuck knows?
Are they dating again? They are dating.
They are dating again, right? So I had a moment where I was a little bit fed up with what was going on here.
You fed up?
So no.
Who heard of such a thing? Who ever heard of such a thing?
So she spends the night. She spent the night out, and I also slept at Sean's. I'm like, I'm not going home tonight. I don't know what mess is in there. I don't know who's there. They're here drinking. Like, all
Why
a
don't
headache.
they go home? I just don't understand. Why wouldn't you just go home?
So she apparently.
Don't you want to be home? Don't you like it there better? You know what I mean? Like,
So she doesn't go home that night, and I'm like, wow, I wasted the night out because she wasn't there either. Next day, she doesn't come home either. Joe, the guy that lives above the garage, he says, I saw your sister leaving yesterday with a bunch of bags. She put a bunch of bags in her car, and I was like, perfect. Because every time I would see her, I'd be like, man, don't you miss your couch? Don't you miss your bed?
get out!
Get out of here. So,
Get out, please!
couch is so uncomfortable. So I'm like, wow, she really took her stuff and left. So I come home, I do like a nice Napster bait in the middle of the day middle of the day type of deal. I lock all the doors because she loves leaving all the doors unlocked. That's another thing we'll get into.
The fucking doors.
I take a nice Napsturbation and
Stop saying it. We got it. We got it.
I wake up. Did you? I wake up. She's banging on the doors, ringing the bell. I got 30 missed calls. She's angry at me for locking the doors. I thought she was gone, honestly. So like I woke up from like the most peaceful nap I had in over a month to like complete chaos. She's holding the bag she took with her. I was like, fuck, she hasn't gone anywhere.
She's not gone. She is definitely not gone. This is a woman who's not gone.
So she's supposed to be going to Dallas for work. Every time I ask her when she's going to Dallas, she says next week, but she never goes because she doesn't want me keeping tabs on her, right? This is like her whole fucking,
Go home!
Yeah, like,
Why don't you go home?
So she likes to leave the front door unlocked.
I'm so fucking perplexed by
She
this
leaves all the
situation.
doors unlocked because why do we lock the doors? We live in a quiet neighborhood. No one's going to come in and murder us in the middle of the night. We don't have thousands of dollars of Evans equipment here. So
Yeah, if we lock those doors.
she just leaves all the doors unlocked. Me, I'm paranoid and I take a lot of naps. I do a lot of midday
Yeah, you
napsturbation.
fucking do.
So
Yeah,
I like to lock the
do.
doors. That makes me feel secure. So in the process of assuming the front door is always open, she would like turn the knob and bang her body into it to open it. And she broke the fucking door. So she breaks the front door.
Great.
So I'm like, all right, we'll work on a new system where I ask her if she's coming home. So I know whether or not to lock the doors because some nights he's here, snoring through the fucking walls. Some nights she's there. Impossible. But that system doesn't work because my sister just says, yes, I'm coming home, and then never comes home. So like that's her out.
Useless.
So the morning I leave for Miami, dude, I wake up and I'm like, it's fucking freezing in here. Like, I wake up at 6 o'clock to get ready. I'm leaving at 8 for the airport. The front door is blown wide open. Leaves in the house, dude. Like the front door is just ajar. The sun isn't even up yet, and our front door is just. So I'm like, this front door has just been open all night. Someone would just waltz in here and do whatever they fucking want. Insanity, dude. Pure insanity.
Leaves is ridiculous. That's too much.
So.
At what point is it too much?
So he's taking the job in Antarctica. I think she's taking the job in Saudi Arabia. But in the meantime, they're gonna live here together somehow for some fucking godforsaken reason. I don't know.
Why don't they go?
So that's kind of where we're at.
I can't understand why
Here.
people want to go home. That's the part that most confuses me.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a home with my couches and bed and everything, and I was staying somewhere else, and then having that person that I built the home with staying in that second location, like none of it.
This doesn't actually really make any sense.
It changed the locks. Yeah, it changed the locks. She's
crafty.
literally Voltron. You know, you don't want to see her assemble to her final form. It's a scary deal. You don't want that. You can't let that guy establish residency in your home. That's my brother-in-law. You know, it's tough. Yeah, I don't know what kind of squatters' rights he's got going on here in New Jersey, but he's definitely got him by now, dude.
You should just go stay in their house.
Dude, that's the move.
You should take the keys and just go there.
So here's the
Like, if you guys are staying here, can I stay here?
So now Rachel used to live with my sister and her husband. They had their roommate. Rachel was my brother-in-law's best friend. It turned into my sister's best friend. She officiated their wedding. She lives in their house with them. And when he lost his mind, he threw her out of the house too. What
a fucking sweetheart.
Just displaced her. She had to go move back home. It was like a very traumatic thing in her life, apparently.
Yeah, you bet.
So
it's a freaking awful thing to do to somebody.
So now this is like a month after this is like when they had the girls' night bashing everyone, and I hadn't seen Rachel. I won't use her name. I haven't seen Redacted here. So come to find out that she
What did you find out?
she's upset because brother-in-law has not made any apologies, right? This is the manipulator, the gaslighter's way out, is what he said was, I can't change what I did in the past, but I could work on not doing it again in the future. He didn't say he was sorry. Nothing. No accountability. Just, yeah, what I did was fucked up, but I already had done it. So the thing about that thing that I had already done is that I had already done it, and there's nothing I could do to undo it. So we're just going to not talk about it. Names have been changed to protect the innocent. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just sitting on the couch, nonchalant. I don't know the two of them are in some crazy argument.
You're the most chalant motherfucker.
I'm so chalant. So imagine me chalant in my own bed, in my own couch. We're watching Succession. So I'm watching with her, and she's like, oh, by the way, you know, Redacted is coming over. We haven't talked.
By the way, Redacted will be here soon.
We haven't talked. We're in an argument. So I'm like, okay, what's the argument about? And she's like, well, she's making this whole thing about her. I'm like, well, did she not lose her home in the process of all this too? She's like, yeah, but that's not the point. If you're my friend. So my sister had made a request. The request she had.
That's not the point.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You're homeless? You're making this about you. I'm tired of
Yeah,
this.
exactly. You're making her homelessness about her, and this is egregious. So my sister had said to her, listen, I know that you're upset, but I want you guys to be able to coexist and hang out because I want to see you. I want to have you in my life. So just do me a favor. You don't have to forgive him, but at least be amicable with him so I can invite you out when we go to trivia night or when we do whatever things that we do. And she, the only well-adjusted person in this friend group apparently, was like, no, I'm not going to let this guy fucking treat me like this, not take any accountability, not apologize, and then have you manipulate me into being his friend again. Like, I'm not doing it.
Nice, good for her.
So huge argument ensues. And I'm just sitting I don't know what's coming. So I'm like, now this is awkward. Let me sneak upstairs. So I sneak upstairs. But I have this window open and I can hear them yelling because my room is right above them. So I open my window and I'm listening to this argument that they're having, right? So I'm like by the door, like listening to everything that's going on. And then I hear them arguing. So my sister is like, you know, I'm mad. I wasn't mad at first, but now you've made me mad. I'm asking you to do this for me. You won't do this for me, which means that you're not really my friend, which means I shouldn't care about you, which is also like another gaslighty, manipulating thing to do. So it's like, it's just like a Russian nesting doll of manipulation.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
So Redacted. God damn it.
You want us to be sued? It's like you want us to be sued.
I don't think this is slander. This is what happened.
Yeah.
So she's like, I need to get something. She has like stuff from when she stayed over the night because I think she thought she was going to move in here instead of Mike. Excuse me. God damn it. So she had a bunch of stuff, right? She had a bunch of stuff here in the bathroom upstairs. So now I'm like, now they're angry. So she's like huffing around the house with a lot of pace. So now she's coming to where I am, listening like a little creep through the door. So I've got to like quickly close the door.
You fucking espionage gremlin.
But my floors are wood, so I got to be careful where I step. So now I'm like sliding on the floor in my socks.
You know all the spots though. You're a fucking gremlin.
Yeah, you're right. I do know all the spots.
You're a real fucking gremlin, you.
So
Come over here and hold this for a second.
the argument.
Tell the story.
Right here. Yeah. So the argument is, I think she's doing the one how, like, none of her friends are like, this guy is terrible. So, except for this one, and now she's like, get out of my life, which assures, like, those are a lot of my fears in speaking out on what's going on right now, is that it's going to be easy for him to get her to turn away from us as a family the way she's doing from her best friend. You know what I mean?
You think he's gonna like push her to do that?
Yeah. I mean, he's already effectively done it, which was any of your friends that aren't in line with us getting back together, you need to get rid of. And
what a fucking angel.
yeah. So my brother, rightfully annoyed too, just incensed.
I mean, he's still fair.
He won't text. He won't, like, my brother-in-law is like, will send us memes and stuff like that. And my brother won't answer him. And he'll always be like, like, just like the kind of pussy shit that a manipulator does, was like, oh, I know he's mad at me. I understand if he's too upset to answer me. He doesn't know how sorry I am yet. Like, that's the stuff that he says to and it's just infuriating, for one. And for two, so now my sister's best friend is packing all of her stuff. They're not going to talk anymore because she refuses to be treated like shit by her husband, which is good. But
we respect that.
Yeah, we respect it big time. But now she's out of her life because that's the fine line. It's all right. You won't get in line with what I'm going to accept. Shovel you out. So she leaves. They get into this whole argument, right? They're both fake crying, whatever that women do when they're, cuckolding out. That's what they were doing.
It's a bunch of used words. I don't know what they mean.
I know what they mean. I'll tell you what it means. So she leaves. So now I'm like, God damn it. I gotta go walk into that hornet's nest. I want to eat some food. I come downstairs and my sister's like, it's so fucked up. And I was like, yeah, I know. You just threw your best friend out the house. And she's like, no, like, isn't what she's doing fucked up? And I'm like, no, it's not, honestly. It's like, people get affected by things in different ways. And then it's, you never support me. You never take my side. You're never on my side. All this other, now she's going to start fake crying again in front of me. And I'm like, all right, you're right. You should get rid of everyone healthy in your life for this pile of garbage. And, that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of the general tundra of the. I got home and then I left for Miami for 9-10 days. Wonders. Did wonders for the skin, for everything. Great time. I come back, front door's unlocked. She's not here. She hasn't been here since. So I don't really know where she's at. Is she going to Dallas? We don't know. We know nothing. But we just have a lot of insanity going on, which is kind of par for the course, I guess.
It's a little special.
It's not the kind of par that I enjoy.
What kind of par do you prefer?
A chicken par.
See? All I get is chicken.
Sorry, I left the farm out of it.
You even deserve the farm. You even fucking care.
So that's essentially the saga. When Bex listens to this later, I have to tell her to go back and listen. She's probably just getting off work or something.
Invested.
She's very invested in this story.
Fascinating. Just fascinating.
I understand that manipulation is a very real thing, and I understand that people kind of get entrenched in a situation in which it's hard to see reality, and you can get taken advantage of. But it's like at a certain point, like isn't enough? What's that song? Enough is enough.
Well, there's no saying when people are going to cut up with it.
What a roller coaster of manipulation. Yeah, it's insane. It's
Look,
honestly.
keep coming back here.
Well, let's not draw the curtain. We're gonna change the subject real quick.
Let's not rattle that one.
Band-Aid, look away.
Look away.
So yeah, it's just
The basement thing was a metaphor.
our big fear is, and I talked to my brother about it. Then talked to my mom about it because she can't handle it.
The murder situation? Is he killing her for her money?
I have not. No, he's not getting the money. They're not even married.
You.
I have not heard from her since I came back, but I've only been back 24 hours now. It's not been a long time. But me and my brother, our fear is the more that we try to get her to see her worth or whatever's going on in the situation, the farther she's going to pull away from us, because that's just the tough. My sister is one of the toughest people that I know. For her, the fact that she's willing to just sell the house that she paid for and bought and is in her name because his credit is so bad for the cost that she paid for years ago when it's appreciated a ton. Like that's the biggest red flag of all. If you want to buy the house, what a weird thing to buy to live in the house you got divorced in that you built, that your ex-wife, all that stuff is fucking. If you have enough money to buy that kind of house, you could buy that kind of house anywhere you want to go. You don't have to do it in the house that your ex-wife designed and built. That's nuts. Don't you think that's a deranged thing to begin with?
Not automatically. It's a little weird to do that. At least redecorate. The house itself is whatever, but like if you don't even fucking paint, that's weird.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. Weirdo. Yeah. Man, we're going to send Evan home. So, you done?
Pretty much.
Sick. All right. We're going to be back tomorrow.
I was not properly fed, so I'm going to have to stop on the way. Do I stop at White Castle? I don't know, maybe.
Mandy, do you want some White Castle? Speak now or
She gets
forever
it.
hold
She
your
gets it.
peace.
She understood.
Well, she'll be
in the DMs momentarily.
She says yes. That's the most life I've seen out of her. A crave case to go. I can't have White Castle because I've already had my meal.
I'm not gonna. You want a fucking crave case?
Uncle Dirty said a crave case to go. Get me the trash. Give me raccoon. She's the raccoon. Yes.
All right, I feel like that's.
Mandy, I'm sorry you're not going to be here this weekend. I'll make sure to pack home a lot of food for you. We'll try to jump on the Patreon at some point tomorrow while we're filming. Maybe we'll have a little working lunch. We'll say hello to y'all.
We could stream while filming. I mean, we're not gonna pay attention to it, but we could do it.
Well, we could. See how that goes. We could give it a shot.
Something to consider.
Maybe for a rest or two.
Yeah, whatever you want.
We'll figure it out.
I know you like to use.
We're gonna be back. Eventually, my sister's gonna go to Dallas. Eventually, things are gonna change here, so I'll have a little bit more freedom to stream a little bit more, to smoke with you guys. So thank you for bearing with us. We got some really good stuff coming out. You guys are asking for Evan. Here's Evan. His shirt is on, but next time we'll try to get him to take it off. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Look at that. Just a taste. Just a taste. I love you guys. Chris, on Monday, if you want to stop by and grab some food, you come by for a little cactus stick, you and I. We can have a little time. You can pick up some of the food. St. Patty's Day miracle, huh? All right, Mandy, I love you. Guys, I love you. We'll talk to you soon.